Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. Going to be repositioning the Gulfstream from Teterboro back to Philadelphia, its home base. Gonna give New York a call, get our clearance. This flight should be about 30 minutes. Hopefully we'll make it quick. So first thing to get this flight going, so we're gonna close the door. Alright. Pre-start, the APU is running. Passenger briefing is complete. Doors are closed and locked, lights are out. Controls are, whoop, let me hydraulic them. Controls are free and correct. Fuel's checked, we have 3,500 pounds. Circuit breaker's checked, parking brake is on. And master switch is on, fuel pump is on, rotating beacon is on, throttle is idle, we're clear left and right. With the alternator master on, and we'll select the number 2 engine for start. Tune into New York.
New York 10 built to 1901.
Pressure and temps look good. Fuel, good start.
Delta 1901, New York Center. Just want to confirm that you got a read back of your instructions for 1901. Delta 1901, sir. No, I never got a read back from you, sir. Would you like us to read those back right now for 1901? From here, please. Thank you. Delta 1901 is clear to the Chicago Airport via the 10V3 departure, radar vector 2.
Number 1 spooling up.
Climb by the 66 and departure with squawk 6660. Delta 1901 squawk 6630.
On, avionics masters on, nav and panel lights as required, oil pressures and temperatures checked.
6630
start switches are selected to ground.
Delta 1901, back correct push and start at your discretion. Expect runway 22 right for departure. Any information. Foxtrot is current call when ready for taxi.
Clearance delivery, let's get our clearance.
Push start at discretion, we'll expect 22 right, and we have Foxtrot on board for 1901. Level 6 Papa Foxtrot, contact Boston Center 134.7. 134.7, 656 Foxtrot, Papa, good day. New York Center, good evening, JetBlue 832, climbing 8,800 for 10,000 on a 050 heading. JetBlue 1832, proceed direct Merritt, climb and maintain 15,000, maintain speed 250 in transition.
Now we got this problem.
Climb maintain 15,000 direct Merritt and maintain 250 knots in transition, JetBlue 832.
Figure out which one wasn't set. New York Center, Gulfstream 4800, Teterboro, looking for IFR clearance to Philadelphia.
And Gulfstream 800, New York Center, clearance on claim by your number 2.
Alright. So we're waiting for clearance delivery, which prevents us from continuing the checklist. We're number 2. Both engines are running. Flight director on. Set the flaps for takeoff. Set the trim for takeoff. We're going to shut down the APU, turn the cabin alerts on, de-ice and pitot heat. Flight plan check on the Solberg. And Solberg, where are we on the chart? 112.9.
JetBlue 832, contact Boston Center 134.7. 34.7, good night, JetBlue 832.
I have it in the number 2 and standby on the number 1 nav. Quick reading of the Teterboro 1 departure procedure. I believe we're going to be taking off runway 19er, which will be a climb to 900 and then a right turn to a heading of 280.
And Gulfstream 800 New York Center, clearance available, rise ready to copy.
4800 is ready to copy.
And 4800 cleared to Philadelphia Airport. Teterboro 1 departure, radar vector Solberg via Warden is filed. Climb via SID, departure with me, squawk 6620.
Alright, Gulfstream 4800, we're cleared as filed to Philly via the Teterboro 1, radar vector Solberg, climb via the SID, departure 0 frequency, squawk 6620. 6620 already set.
And 800, read back correct, push and start, your discretion, expect runway 1 for departure.
Runway 1.
Correction, expect runway 24 for departure. Teterboro altimeter, stand by. Teterboro altimeter 29990.
We'll expect runway 24, 29990 on the altimeter for Gulfstream 4800. Alright, 299, which it is set. Alright.
Hey, New York Center, Delta 4289 with
So we're
you
climbing
at
at
level
2000,
330.
heading
Sorry, it took a
280.
minute to get on the frequency.
Alright, continue the checklist. Clock is set to clearance, deliveries received, transponder set. We'll squawk normal. ATIS is unavailable, but we're good. We're going to get our ground clearance. Altimeter is the current setting. Vertical speed reads 0.
American 47 maintain.
Landing gear selector is down. 3 green lights. Red light test.
American
Good.
47.
Chem alerts are on, and we shut the APU down.
New York Center, Delta 1901.
Taxi lights are on.
Delta 1901, contact New York approach
Brake is released.
128.12.
We're going to move forward and test the left
2812,
brake.
1901.
And we're going to test the right brake. Alright, brakes test. Flaps are set for takeoff. Autopilot is off and pre-selected. De-ice is on. Heading indicators.
And New York Center, good evening, Victor 6013 with you at
Both sides.
6000.
Alright. Spoilers. Let's get our clearance here. New York, Gulfstream 4800 is ready for taxi at Teterboro.
Gulfstream 4800, contact New York approach 128.12. They just came online.
128.12 for 4800. Thanks.
XC222 right by right Alpha Echo Charlie, Delta 1901 and cross 33 right.
In New York, Gulfstream 4800, we're at Teterboro. We just got our clearance from center. He assigned us runway 24 for departure. We're ready for taxi.
By Lima, Alpha Cross runway 19er, Teterboro altimeter 29990.
990. Was that a call from me? I have no idea. Was that call from me? Was that last call for 4800?
Gulfstream 4800, that is correct. Runway 24, taxi via Lima, Alpha, cross runway 19er, Teterboro altimeter 29990.
Okay, didn't catch it the first time. Sorry. Runway 24 via Lima, Alpha, cross runway 19er, 29990 on the altimeter for 4800. Thanks. All right.
Thank you.
Let's get the airport chart real quick. We're parked right here. We're going to runway 24 via Lima, so we can actually taxi straight out. Brakes are released. We're clear left and right. Alright. We can taxi straight across the ramp. We're going runway 24 via Lima Alpha, clear us runway 19. No problem. I need the departure procedure. Alright, as we're taxiing out to runway 19er, we're going to put the spoilers out. Spoilers are fully extended, light illuminates, retract, light extinguishes. Test the reversers. 2 unlock, 2 in reverse. Alright, and they're stowed. And we did the reversers test. The engines are stable and looking good. And we'll put the starter switches to continuous for departure. Crossing runway 19er. Here we are at runway 24.
Alpha 1901, did you copy your taxi instructions?
Yes, sir. It's right Echo, or no, right Alpha Echo Charlie crossed 31 right for 1901.
1901, okay, I just want to confirm with you because I didn't see you moving.
Alright, quick departure
we were
briefing
refreshing past 1901.
is we have 3,400 pounds of fuel, so we're under max gross weight. Any failures before VR, which is 142, we will abort the takeoff. Any failure after VR,
Gulfstream 40 Sierra flying 280, wind 200 at 10, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
48 Sierra, we're not ready to go yet. We'll give you a call in a sec.
40 Sierra, that's fine, your takeoff clearance is still.
Well, I didn't even copy the clearance, but
Your approach, good evening, Giant 125.
any failure after VR, which is 143, we will continue airborne, diagnose in the air, and if necessary, immediately return and land here at Teterboro.
125, heading air approach, good afternoon, Kevin
If we catch fire, we're going to go to Newark.
Current right, getting 050,
We have a larger fire service and runway.
Turn heading at 050 and we'll spec ILS vectors.
Pretty much other than that, should be a short, simple flight.
Giant 125,
Departure, we're departing runway 24. So let me get my bearings here. We'll be that way.
125 heavy action, going to make your runway ILS
to 1,500 feet. And then we're going to make a right turn to 280, which I have pre-selected.
Heading 050, yes, please.
All right. Landing lights and strobes, taxi lights are off, fuel pumps on, yaw dampeners off. We're going to record the time. Comm radios are set, transponder, P2 heat, de-ice, fuel pump, yaw damp, flap set, trim set, controls free and correct. Threshold check for landing aircraft, tower, clearance, lights and strobes, which I already did. Alright, call them up. NEARC 48 Sierra, we're ready to go, 24 at Teterboro. Brakes are released.
48 Sierra, lighting 280, wind 20010, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Alright, runway 24, we're clear for takeoff, 48 Sierra. We're going to start the clock. Let the cabin know. Engine's up, there's 40%, we're good. Everything's good, temperatures and pressures. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knot cross check. 2 good engines, continue the takeoff. And V1. VR. And positive brake, gear up. Gears in transit. Alright, climb power is set. Speed control, yaw dampener is on. We'll engage autopilot. Just going to hold this heading at 240. Flaps are coming up. And 1,500. I'm going to go heading 280. New York Gulfstream 4800, we're climbing through 1,800 for 2,000 on a 280 heading.
Contact next for the altitude, climb maintain 8,000. Speed direct Solberg on course.
Climb maintain 8,000 direct Solberg on course 4800. Alright, Solberg, we're clear direct. And we're going to 8,000. And takeoff power is set. Climb checklist, gears up, lights are out and indicated, flaps are retracted and they're indicating. Autopilot is engaged, the yaw dampener is on, the flight director is on, auto brakes are off, taxi logo lights are off, fuel pump off.
Trying 125 heavy, 10 degrees left.
And landing lights above 10.
10 degrees to my left,
Altimeter
Giant, 125.
to standard above 180.
Gulfstream 48 Sierra, need to make a cruising altitude, climb maintain 10, 10,000, that'll be the final one.
Alright, climb maintain 10, 10,000, 48 Sierra. Alright, now we're going to 10. We were filed for 16, so I guess he didn't like that.
Heavy descent maintain 3,000 at 3,000, reduce your speed to 210 knots.
3,000 and 210 for Giant, 125.
I do not know if Philly's ATIS is up, so I'm just tuning in and see.
Approach to runway 17, and by LS and visual approach to runway 26.
I'm sorry, 4800, say again.
4800, center now 125.32, good day.
Center on 125.32 for 4800, we're switching, good day. For a second, make sure I don't step on anybody. At New York Center, Gulfstream 4800, we're with you climbing through 8.5 for 10,000.
Gulfstream 807, New York Center, proceed direct Potsdam, BOR, you can expect the ILS runway 27 right approach into Philly.
Okay, we're going to go direct Pottstown, and we can expect 27 right into Philly, 4800.
Brickyard 6013, descend and maintain 1,000, interceptor runway 27 right, localizer. Brickyard 6013, group the altitude, please. Descend and maintain 6,000 and join the localizer. 6000, no, during the localizer picker 613.
PTW, sure. Alright, direct Pottstown. Pottstown. Altimeters standard, but we're not above 180. Here are the local setting though. Engine instruments monitored, seatbelt sign as required. We don't have any passengers anyway. And en route weather. So we'll check that. That's what I was doing.
Support is in use to intersecting runways runway 27 right and runway 17. Arrivals expect ascent visual approach runway 27 right, visual approach runway 17, and ILS and visual approach runway 26. Departures expect runway 27 left and runway 17. Please bank on runway and do at hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo. Philadelphia International Airport Data's information echo. 22540. 120 at visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Ceiling on 9,000 broken. Temperature 26. 2.16. Altimeter 299. Simultaneous approach is in use to intersecting runways runway 27 right and runway 17. Arrivals expect ILS and visual approach runway 27 right, visual approach runway 17, and ILS and visual approach runway 26. Departures expect runway 27 left and runway 17. Please bank on runway and taxiway hold short instructions. Advise on initial top. You have information echo.
Okay, we have echo into Philadelphia. We're going to land 27 right. This is our home airport, so I'm very familiar. That's the ILS for 27 right, approach course 266. Let's review the arrival.
Northwest correction, Brickyard 6013, proceed direct Martin, cross Martin at about 3,000.
Alright, ILS for 27 right
approach.
10895, I have that in standby, approach course 266, check.
Alright, guys, Martin at 3,000, clear for the ILS, just to the left, 13.
27 right is a 9,500 foot runway.
And Gulfstream 800, turn left heading 190, vector final approach course.
Alright, 190 on the heading for 4800.
New York City, United 363 with you, 1 mile from the Charlie Mike Kilo, flight level 260. United 363 here at center, welcome aboard.
Program, select approach, ILS 27 right, vectors load. VORTAC radial 115 to the Modena VORTAC and hold. Minimums are 200 feet, which makes it 236 feet MSL. That's the approach briefing, minimums, decision height, and we're on a assigned 190 heading. ILS in.
Gulfstream 800, descend and maintain 4,000 and speed 190.
Alright, we'll descend to 4,000, slow to 190 for 4800. Landing lights are on, fuel pumps on. Do descent in range checklist. Passenger briefing, still cockpit. Altimeter is the local setting. Seatbelt signs are on. Nav instruments are checked and set. Flight instruments are checked. Marker beacon is on. Landing lights are on. Logo lights are on. ATIS we've received. We have Echo. Instruments checked. Primary nav aid set and identify. We haven't picked up the ILS yet for the airport. And we're going to slow this descent down. Fuel's checked. We have 3,154 pounds. Auto brakes we're not equipped. Approach chart review we did. Glide slope, crossing altitude, minimums and decision heights are reviewed and set. Missed approach review we did, and start switches to continuous. Alright, landing checklist, fuel pumps on. Landing and taxi lights are on. Altimeter to local settings, spoilers are on. Flaps are as required. We'll be slowing to 190. Gear down, 3 green, ATC clearance, yaw dampener, autopilot, flight director, and auto throttle.
Rear card 40s, rear card 6013, verified direct Martin.
Sorry.
6013,
those things. Alright, there's the ILS.
Fly heading 270. 270.
Missing something.
Gulfstream 800, turn left heading 170, vectors for spacing.
That's it. Damn it, it's always at the wrong time. What was the heading? Alright, to verify that was 170 on the heading.
Affirmative.
Alright, we're making a left turn to 170 for 800.
And Gulfstream 800, can you take the visual runway 26 approach?
4800, we prefer 27 right. We're parking Sierra Alpha at the base of the tower.
I've got a slow-moving aircraft on final. I'm gonna have to probably deck you south of the localizer before I turn you back.
All right, 4800, and I can slow down a little more if you need. Slow it to approach speed 180.
Uh, 800, reduce speed 170 and maintain present heading through the localizer.
Alright, we'll slow to 170 and we'll continue on the present heading 4800. Alright.
And November 800, descend to maintain 3,000.
Down at 3,000 for 4800.
again, November 800, turn right heading 300, intercept the runway 27 right localizer.
Right turn 300, join the 27 right localizer 4800.
330.
But the localizer capture on the glide slope hasn't picked up yet. I mean, we're 22 miles out. I mean, this guy separated, this traffic is like 10 miles ahead of me. So I don't know what the,
United 363, New York Center cross Sarah at maintains flight level 200. United 363, flight level 200. At Sarah. At Sarah, for United 363. Gulfstream 800, cross Mark, Nether above 3,000 clear the ILS runway 27 right approach.
Alright, 3,000 clear for the ILS 27 right 4800. Mark? That's not even on if it's on this approach. Localizer's captured, and I'll switch it to approach mode because the glide slope is indicating. Alright, we'll do our landing checklist, which I actually did already do, but we were in configuration. The fuel pump is on, landing lights are on, the altimeter is the local setting. Spoilers are armed, the flaps are as required, we'll put the gear down. Gear's in transit. And then it's just killing the yaw damper and the autopilot. I'm going to leave that on for a little bit longer. And gear's down, 3 green lights indicating. Alright, we're 10.5 miles out. We're about to intercept the glide slope, which is coming down right now. Hear that message.
American 2050, contact New York approach 120.8. 120.8, American 2050, yeah. Gulfstream 800, wind 00 at 12, runway 27 right, clear to land.
27 right, we're clear land, 4800.
Southwest 113, cross Carver at maintain 10,000, Baltimore altimeter 2996.
Carver 10,000, Southwest 113. United 27 would be flight level 270, 4 miles from JFK. Sorry for the late arrival.
Don't sink.
United 127, contact Boston Center 134.7.
Is that United 27 or United 127?
United 27, sir. You're going to Boston, right?
Correct.
Yeah, contact Boston Center 134.7.
134.7, thanks, 27.
Alright, we're down. Spoilers are deployed, and reversers are out.
United 363, leave my airspace to the southwest. Potomac approach
60
is
knots.
closed. Square
Reversers
service
are
terminated. Frequency change of
disengaged.
food. We'll go over to 122.8 for United 363. Have a good night.
I think this is Mike coming. No, yeah, uniform. What is this? Or November. I mean November. I'm gonna exit here on November. Alright, clean up the airplane. Spoilers are retracted. Flaps are coming up. Starter switches are off. Strobes and landing lights off. Marker beacons off. Fuel pumps off. Pitot heat and de-ice are off. And 480 Sierra, we're clear of 27 right at Philly. We're going to Sierra Alpha. And we'll stop the clock. 30 minutes, 23 seconds.
And Gulfstream 800, you can taxi via Sierra.
Alright, Sierra Alpha via Sierra, just verified, cleared across 27 left.
Here, clear across. I'm sorry, you can from Sierra. Okay, C1 Sierra or Sierra Alpha or Sierra 1?
Correction, we're going to Sierra Alpha at the base of the tower. Yeah, Sierra 1 to Sierra Alpha.
Okay, very good. Taxi via Tango Sierra 1, cross runway 27 left.
Alright, cleared across 27 left on Sierra 1, 480 Sierra.
New Center, mission 2149 from the south, 6 miles from the west, and then descending the other city to Philadelphia.
American 2149, New York Center, squawk 6643.
6643, 2149.
Alright, welcome to Philadelphia.
Delta 1901, New York Center.
Standby.
We request permission to step away for 5 minutes.
Delta 1901, call when you're back.
Call them back, 1901.
American 2149, New York Center, radar contact over the Sea Isle VOR. Cross Jim, that maintained 8,000 Philadelphia, altimeter 2994.
Brakes are off, the spoilers are retracted, flaps are retracted. Landing lights off, strobe lights are off, fuel pumps off. De-ice is off, pitot heat's off, marker beacon's off. Turn the APU on. APU is on, and starter switches are off. And shutdown checklists. Alright. I gotta get in nice and close to the hangar here. Alright. Parking brake is set. Fuel cutoff 1 and 2. Cabin alerts are off. Rotating beacons off, and that is the arrival into Philly. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe, and until next time, happy landings.